سلام عليكم. Good evening, everyone. So, welcome to tonight's class, our introduction to business. Before we start our class, I'd love to hear from you. Do you have a good news, accomplishment, or any announcement that you would like to share with your classmate? So, مخکې له دې څخه چې موږ خپل ټولګی شروع کړو، تاسو کوم داسې ښه خبر، کومه راسته راوړنه یا کوم بل هله چې غواړئ خپلو ټولګیوالو سره مو شریک کړئ، نو تاسو وخت لرئ چې مخکې له څخه خپل سم شروع کړو، تاسو خپل ښه خبرونه له خپلو ټولګیوالو سره شریک کړئ. سمه ده، نو موږ به خپل کلاس شروع کړو. In today's lecture, so we'll explore the three chapters of this book. Chapter 11 that talk about the effective decision-making process. Chapter 12, business strategy and how organizations sustain long-term success. In Chapter 13, the role of innovation in adapting to change. This is the outline of today's lecture. So in this lecture, we're always talking about the nature of decision-making, the 5 steps of effective decision-making, what is strategy, the 4 core elements of a strategy, the importance of strategy flexibility, and also we'll talk about the 3 key drivers of innovations and overcoming resistance to change. The chapter 11 goes to the effective decision-making process. So when we talk about the decision, so it is the most fundamental responsibility of the manager. It means effective decision make the future of organizations, while poor decision can lead to inefficiency, financial losses, and failure. You know that decision-making should be a logical and structured process rather than the impulsive or intuitive act. When you make a good decision, so it affects all your company, all the employer, or all the process and work you're working on that. So this is really important for the one who are working in organization, for one who is controlling the organization, and for one who started the new work. This is just the ability. Here is the 5 steps of effective decision making. The step 1. Nature and importance of decision making. In decision making, it is the most important. Yes, I before share that with you. This is the most important and fundamental responsibility of the all manager. The second one, considering multiple solutions. I think define the problem. Clarity is the first part for the effective decision making. You know, a major mistake managers make is solving the wrong problem. Before making a decision, managers have analyzed whether they have correctly identified the root or not. So I'll give an example. If a company faces declining sales as a problem due to low product quality, poor marketing, change consumer preference, or new competition, so they have to solving the wrong issue, like improving product quality, when the real problem is marketing will not lead to success. The second one, consider multiple alternative solutions. Effective decision make do not jump to first solution. The best leader evaluate multiple options before making a decision. Like, I'll give you an example. So if a business want to expand possible solutions, so they will include entering a new market first, secondly, like developing a new product line, acquiring, partnering with another company. So, and by force, investing in a digital platform to reach more consumers. A small decision maker weighs these options based on feasibility, risk, and reward. The third one, so with the risk and reward of each alternative. Every decision has a consequence. Maybe there's a short term, medium, or a long term, but the leader must evaluate the short term and the long term risk. So we suggest the manager to consider worst case and must case scenario before finalizing a decision. Like a rating company considering so automatically customer surveys with the AI chatbot. So they will think about the two parts, potential benefits and potential risk. In potential benefits, reduce cost, faster response time, and 24/7 availability. In potential risk, so lose of customer trust, frustrations from user to prefer human interaction. The fourth step is evaluate the decision and make adjustment. Every decision must be monitored, measured, and refined. If a decision does not produce the expected result, so managers should adjust the strategy rather than stay to failing course. In this case, if a new product launch does not generate expected sales, so adjustment could include the first, modifying pricing strategy. Second, uh, improving advertising effort. And fourth, and third, gathering customer feedback for a product redesign. Now, as we talked earlier, so in this class, we'll explore the three chapters of this book. So now we talk about the strategy. I'd love to hear from you. Do you have any idea, perspective, or other information regarding strategy that you want to share? So you're more than welcome. Okay, I'll start by myself. When we think about our business, so the first topic that comes to our mind is the strategy. The meaning of strategy that we talk about, that strategy is not about reacting to short-term problem. It is about creating a long-term direction for business. Companies with a strong strategy often become reactive to fail to sustain growth. In this chapter, so we'll talk about a successful businessman align their strategy with their strength and external opportunity. For strategy, we also have some core elementary that's very four. So the first one is mission and purpose. A company's mission defined is core purpose. When we start our business, when we start our work, or whenever we start, so we have to think about the 2 points, the mission and our vision. So in a mission, when you argue that the businessman or the business must clearly define why they exist and what they aim to achieve. The good example is the Google's mission. Google to organize the world information and make it universally accessible to useful. This mission has guided Google innovation in research into AI and cloud computing. The second one, market and competitive analysis. Business must understand industry trend, consumer behavior, and competitor strategies. A company's competitive advantage should be unique, difficult to replicate, and evaluate to a consumer. You know, so I think you all know about the Apple. So Apple's competitive edge comes from a two-part superior design and a premium branding and ecosystem integration. Mac, so iPhone, iPad, Apple Watch, that are all working together. The third one is customer-centric approach. This states that a business exists to serve its consumer. The second one, companies that ignore consumers' need or fail to evaluate and eventually fail. It means when our business serves the consumer, so we have to pay attention for their need, for the quality. In this part, you think about the Amazon strategy, resolve around customers' obsession, providing two things. The first, fast delivery, and the second, personalized recommendation based on the browsing history. So the fourth one is resource allocation, or you can call that a smart resource allocation. Companies should invest in an area that provide the highest return in investment. You know about the Netflix, so focus on the original content of the production with gap in age over the competition. Why we have to be flexible on strategy? When the market are constantly changing, avoided strategy lead to failure. Company must adapt a new trend and consumer demonstrate. The good example for strategy flexibility is Nokia. Once the Nokia controlled all market, but now do you see? So Apple exchanged the Nokia. This is a case study, so you can compare the Blockbuster with Netflix. It is a good case for all examples and also a good case that how we can motivate, how we can develop our business. You can see that Blockbuster ignored digital streaming and failed. So with Netflix, saw the shift to online content and adapted, becoming a global leader. So in these two cases, we have a lesson. That is, a strategy must involve the technology and consumers' behavior that we have already talked about. So let's talk about the innovation because business without innovation in nowadays impossible. But it is critical to know about the innovation. Business that fail the innovation so it become obsolete. Innovation is not limited to technology. It is include business model, customer services, and marketing strategy. Think about the Uber, or maybe we call that a taxi. So they transform transportation by offering ride sharing via mobile app. And that's so easy for everyone to take that. We also have some important point for innovation, and there's the 3 point. The first, encouraging a culture of experimentation. Organizations should allow employees to take a risk and test a new idea. I'll give you an example of again Google. Google's 20% rule let employee work on a personal project. It means lead to Gmail and Google Maps. Second one, identify and acting on a trend. Company that anticipate trend before competitor can demonstrate or dominate the market. A good example for this is a Tesla. The earlier focus on electric vehicle made an industry leader. Nowadays, you see they make a revolution in the world. The third one, investing in research and development. Business must dedicate resources to long-term innovation. You see that the Apple invests a billion in the research and development, so leading to innovation like a Face ID and Apple Watch. How can we overcome changes? So there are also three important points that I want to talk about. The first is employees often resistant change due to fear and uncertainty. If you want to share your idea that you want to bring a change in your company's mission and vision, so the first thing that your employee will share with you, that's their fear. So what could you do? The manager must communicate the benefit of change and provide support. Like when Microsoft shifted to cloud computing, extensive employee training was required, but no one at that time accepted. After a while, they accepted. This is a good case study for Apple's innovation strategy. You know, Apple continued to de-innovate its product strategy ahead of the company. Like they went to the market an iPhone, the MacBook, as I earlier pointed that. So the good point to everyone that they have to accept the changes, innovation, and bring some critical change on their company's strategy. This is the final summary for today's lesson. Today I just point out the critical and also the more crucial information of these three chapters to share with all of you. In chapter 11, we talk about the effective decision making required a structured analysis, weighing risk, and continuous evaluation. The chapter 12 is all about the strategy, so about long-term traction, understanding competitor, and adapting to market shift. In chapter 13, so there was about the innovation. Thank you for your attention for today's fourth lecture.